Hello and welcome. My name is Magnus Oraka. I am the presenter Obidati Online Campaign TV. Our job here is to look out for narratives that are aimed to dwindle the chances of Peter Obi to become or emerge the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If we do find such narrative, we come here and we address it. If there's a need to attack it, we attack it decisively. We also go on the streets to ensure that potential voters for the Labour Party and its candidates, presidency, governors, and all other seats are educated wisely on how to approach the ballot for the sake of preventing invalid vote. As you all know, most of the newly registered voters are probably voting for the first time. So and most of them, a great chunk of them are voting for Peter Obi. So we want to ensure that those votes are properly captured. You can also do the same thing from your area, any state you find yourself. Please educate people on how to approach the ballot paper. Thank you very much. And then please follow this page now. So, uh, a lot of people have been making their own contribution on this very topic, and that's on the statement of Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, who says that Igbos should forget about presidency in Nigeria until they make peace with Nigeria. A lot of people have been reacting mostly negatively to that statement. I am not exempted from that sentiment. So that is by far the most heartless, the most irredentist statement I can ever imagine any son of Igbo land would say. Now, recall that Hope Uzodinma is the governor imposed on Imo State by the Caliphate. And on this channel, I have always said, how is it possible that the Caliphate will always identify irredentists, slaves, people without brain, people who are ready to work with them and work in their interest instead of the interests of their people, of the Igbo people? So it's amazing that Hope Uzodinma, you could be playing politics of party at the detriment of your people. Ever since you've become the governor of Imo State, you have shamelessly, openly protected the interests of those who imposed you on Imo State to work for their interests. It's a shame. It's a huge, huge, huge shame to have a person like Hope Uzodinma as governor of any state whatsoever. But it's a good thing I have had feelers from Imo State that irrespective of the rubbish that Hope Uzodinma have been saying, that Imo State is 97% obedient and there's no going back about that. I'd like to say a very big thank you to citizens of Imo State who are more closely attached to wisdom than foolishness, as being exemplified by the governor of Imo State. Now, let's take a close analysis of the statement that Igbos should forget about presidency until they make peace with Nigeria. So what's peace exactly? Such a statement suggests that Igbos are not in tandem with Nigeria, or they are not in resolution with Nigeria, or they are perhaps different people from Nigeria. You see, the truth is that Hope Uzodinma's statement clearly shows that the real enemy of Igbos are Igbos themselves. The real enemy of Igbos are Igbos themselves. The emergence of Peter Obi should tell every Igbo man that nobody has hated Igbos all along, because you could see there was a time when I had some relationship with IPOB. They kept attacking Edo State, that Edos hate Igbo, Edos hate Igbo. Today, it is the Edo people that have carried Peter Obi's matter on their head. Most people who are now obedient. Yesterday, I was in a meeting with Prophet Isa El Buba, and 90% of those who are in the meeting are all Plateau people, non-Igbos. So non-Igbos around Nigeria have taken the son, a son of an Igbo man, they've agreed. 90% of non-indigenous across Nigerians have adopted an Igbo son as their preferred candidate for the 2023 election. So why would an Igbo man of an Igbo extraction come to say that Igbos should forget about presidency? If I dare near Hope Uzodinma, I want correct big slap, I forgive am. Before the statement finish, I'll just slap her for face. Because such a statement can only come from an irredentist. Such a statement can only come from a sworn slave to the caliphate. Such a statement can only come from somebody who has actually lost his base of sensibilities and therefore should not be taken seriously. I know for the first time all Igbos have now taken politics seriously, because a candidacy of Peter Obi, apart from fixing the country, solves a lot of things. It will create an inclusive psychology, an inclusiveness of the Igbos into the political stratosphere of Nigeria. And therefore, anybody who is attempting to discourage anybody who is attempting to discourage a Peter Obi presidency only do so out of mischief, perhaps out of jealousy. Perhaps Hope Uzodinma also feels that an Igbo son now takes a greater shine than the rest of them, whose highest political achievement is mere governorship. A governorship that you spent 8 years robbing and licking the asses of your employers, who are the caliphate, who superimposed you against the will of the Imo state. The history of how Hope Uzodinma became governor is not immediately forgotten by some of us whose history still remains sacrosanct to us. It's a pity that Hope Uzodinma could make a statement that Igbos should forget presidency. Well, I don't want to say certain things because this is an international program. If Igbos should forget presidency, what Hope Uzodinma is saying, that Igbos are not part of this country and Igbos do not have a right to the presidency of Nigeria. But what we are saying is, what peace does Igbo need to make with Nigeria? What peace do they need to make with Nigeria? After all, they are not the ones. Igbos are not the ones segregating Nigerians. Igbos are the ones going everywhere and establishing everywhere. Igbos are the one that has the nationalistic psychology, believing that they can actually go to anywhere, set up, make families, and and eke a livelihood. Igbos are the ones that you can say there's an adage in Nigeria where they say, if you go to a place and if you don't find an Igbo man there, don't live there. That is because such a society will be deemed not hospitable to other people, and therefore don't stay there. So what peace? Rather, I think it is Nigeria that needs to make peace with Igbos. I think it is Nigeria that needs to make peace with Igbos, because some people, otherwise known as cabal, have made it as a principle not to allow Igbos to have a share in our political design or in our political arrangement. So the rest of us are now aware that a lot of us now are aware that some people sit somewhere while they brew the hatred for Igbo, they enjoy the political spoils from such arrangement. So we are now wiser that the hate, unnecessary and unfounded hate for Igbos, stops here now. Peter Obi is a choice of the people, and there is nothing Hope Uzodinma can do about it. There's nothing anybody anywhere can do about it. We'll be here on this station, Obidati Online Campaign TV, watching out for irredentists like Hope Uzodinma, who talk before they think, or who doesn't even think before they talk. I'm sure such a statement can only come from a head without a brain, certainly, for sure. And we'll look out for brains like that who will say things hopelessly from hopeless governors which are meant to derail the resolve of Nigerians to vote for Peter Obi. It's a pity that such a statement should be coming from an elderly man. Well, my name remains Magnus Oraka, and I'm the presenter, Obidati Online Campaign TV. Please follow our page. Now,